Grand Rising, Kings, Queens, Gods, Goddesses, multi-exclusive dimensional being God, but another exclusive. Today's video is going to be about Mars and Aries. Now, Mars represents intent, willpower, motivation, dedication, energy, assertive, drive, desires. Now, when it's in Aries, it gets to be in its home court. It's at home here. So basically, meaning that it's at home here, that means it brought all its backpacks and all his belongings and all his resources, his cars, his IDs, all that shit. It brought that shit down here to Earth, which means I brought all my shit. I brought all my guns. I brought all my shit, and I'm down here and I'm on Earth. Feel me? So that means Mars is always gonna be on my side, no matter what the circumstance situation plays out. Mars is gonna give me more intent, more passion, more strive, and of course, it loves to be home here. So of course, that means if it's home here, that means you having fun here. You get to play around here. You get to do whatever you want to do. Now, also, Mars don't play around. Mars like to be assertive. That means they like to basically get things done ahead of time. They don't like to beat around the bush. They know they got to be somewhere tomorrow, so that means they're going to be planning eons ahead. Feel me? They like to think about what's going to happen tomorrow. They don't really care about what's going to happen after what I did just now or previously. And these people are, they prone to basically get shit done for one time. They don't beat around the bush. They don't play around, for me. They like to just basically swim right through that motherfucker. They don't like to play games, for me. If it comes to a fight or a circumstance situation, Mars and Aries ain't gonna really be with all that talking shit. They gonna just hit your shit, knock your shit out, and basically they ain't gonna really stop to look to see if you're good. For me, they just gonna knock you the fuck out. For me, they like shoot first, ask questions later. They don't like to deal with that talking shit, for me. They look at talking like it's a waste of time, for me, because this is fire. You can't contain fire. Fire gonna burn through reality. Fire gonna see its way through reality. Fire is gonna have a vision. Fire is gonna have a huge impact when we talk about reality, especially when we talk about Mars and Aries, for me. That's a lot of fire, for me. Fire is like just, they got all the fire right here, but we talking about this perspective when we got a Mars and Aries and motherfucker. So these people, they like to basically they're very impulsive. I mean, they don't really wait around to do things. They don't really think about things. For me, they just see it. For me, because these are the fillers and the seers, so they feel and see through reality. They're not like air and earth signs, where air is basically thinking and communication. Earth is basically dealing with practicality and stability. Now, Aries will see like, they will seem like they Mars and Aries will seem like they practicality and stability, but they do this in a way of basically just jumping into things. AKA that's their that's their practicality, that's their stability. And when it comes to conversation and communication, they really don't reason with these things. For me, they don't really have time to talk. For me, they like to just basically move in and move out. For me, you can't really contain fire. Fire is fast. Fire like to speed things up. Fire like to basically be the rush. Fire don't wait till the Taurus season come here, feel me? Mars and Aries, feel me? They like to grow the flowers ahead of time. They like to put all the soil in that motherfucker. They like to put all the seeds in that motherfucker. They like to put the foil in there, feel me? They're not waiting for Taurus to get here to basically do it, feel me? They're gonna start planting. The motherfucking flowers are gonna start growing, feel me? This way, when it gets to Taurus season, Taurus gonna look at the area like, oh shit, this motherfucker wasn't playing. Now Taurus gonna be like, all right, cool, we're gonna start to construct this. We're gonna put the trees over here too. We're gonna put some more leaves on the trees. We're gonna build that shit up, feel me? We're gonna make the green, feel me? Aries already the day part, feel me? Feel me? Aries about to just value what they created. Mars and Aries gonna value what they put out. Mars and Aries gonna value what they created for everybody and shit and things of that nature. Feel me? Also, when you got a Mars and Aries, the negative perspective when it comes to their bad traits and things of that nature, feel me? They can be very rude when it comes to representing or presenting with the sub. Now, this is a natural talent, for me. This ain't really a bad trait, but of course, it can seem like it's bad due to other people, places, and things that don't really know about astrology or not into astrology, or basically they take things very personally. When you got a Mars and Aries, I mean, these people, when it comes to their way of expressing and doing things, it may seem very rude or very impractical to other people and things of that nature, especially if it's an earth sign, for me. Earth sign will look at that Mars and Aries like, yo, this motherfucker don't really take his time to do this, to do that. This motherfucker just speed right into it. Like, what is the fuck is he doing? Air sign will look at the Mars and Aries like, okay, cool, this is cool for me. They need to just communicate more. They need to just deal with a little bit of communication, a little bit more. And the water sign will look at the Mars and Aries like, damn, this motherfucker got no compassion, no sympathy. This motherfucker just worried about himself, very selfish, very self-reliant, self-centered. So when you got a Mars and Aries, it's basically these are the energies and elemental perspectives that you're dealing with. Fire, feel me? Passion, motivation, dedication, determination, feel me? And these people are like leaders, feel me? They like to lead. They like to just basically go out there and pursue and basically put their actions in perspective and just express them and explore. These people are not the time. These people are not the people that like to waste time. Feel me? They get very frustrated when time is being wasted, and they hate people, places, and things that beat around the bush. That don't get to their point of reference right away. Feel me? These people are like, these motherfuckers just talking too much. These motherfuckers, the Mars and Aries, they like to just basically get straight into the things. Like, if you pull off of Mars and Aries. Mars and Aries, gonna be like, yo, why you pulling me over? What's the purpose? What's the problem? Like, you got footage, yada yada yada. Feel me? They like to jump the gun. Feel me? So yeah, these people are like very different, and of course, these Mars and Aries people, you feel me? They very organized with their life. Feel me? They already know what they want from the beginning, from the middle to the end in their life. I mean, these people, they just basically strive and go after it. For me, they don't really look at other people's ways of doing things. For me, they just feel and see, and they're gonna feel and see in their way of doing things, and you can't really tell them most basically push any elemental things on there unless it's fire. Okay, that's just more fire for them to basically utilize and resent to. But of course, when it comes to Mars Aries, I gotta just learn how to be, be more adaptable when it comes to utilizing all the elements, and of course pursuing and positioning yourself in a manner to where everything can be more orchestrated into your perspective, how you can utilize things and present yourself. For me, but yeah, when it comes to Mars and Aries, these are basically the elements, and these are basically the initiatives that they're gonna basically be representing and presenting on a day-to-day basis. And that's pretty much it when we talk about Mars and Aries. For me, these people are very passionate, very goal like minded. For me, they like to start things. For me, they like to just get things done. They don't like to they can get mad, angry, and they can lose their temper very fast. They can lose their passion very fast. They just got to utilize more follow through, and everything will be basically gravy and mashed potatoes with these people, and that's what's real good.